Let me just see. Wayne Wallace said, since the last call, I came up with an idea for a niche product for a video I'd like to run by you. As a video creator, yes, I know this. I want to create transformation video testimonials geared to coaches that transform their clients from Island A to Island B. I would work with them from the beginning of the time they start working with their clients, capture interviews and footage along the way to create these transformation video testimonials. It could be a short-term or long-term transformation process. That's a dope idea. Yeah, Wayne, where are you at with that?
Well, it's just an idea at this point, and it came through binge watching lots of your videos.
Okay.
And I actually saw a video, and you guys have all probably seen this video because it's been around for a long time. It was a guy on two little crutches, kind of heavyset guy with longer hair, and he starts doing yoga. And he couldn't walk, and then he was able to walk. He was all in shape, and it took like, I don't know how many years, but it was a transformation testimonial video. But he never said, go work with this company to learn yoga. You just saw his transformation. So that idea just popped in my head, and I said, well, that's a great niche, working with coaches, or whether business or body or mind or whatever.
Well, okay, so I'm going to put this question here, and I'm going to invite people to go in the chat. And the question is this: why would you not hire someone like Wayne to do the transformational video testimonials? So let's hear the concerns. Let's hear what would be in the way. Why would you not do it? Wayne, you got something?
I know one.
Okay.
The privacy of the client.
Yeah, okay, Marie-Pierre got that. Great. So let's chat in. So we got privacy already, so we don't need to repeat that. Why would you not do it? Not why would you do it? I want to know why you would not. What would be in the way? What's the risk, in other words? Because I think generally it's a good idea. It sort of sells itself in terms of the idea. The benefit is fairly obvious. But there's also some risks, and good to know these, because that's going to be the biggest barrier for Wayne. Will not be convincing people that it's a good idea, broadly speaking, of course. But okay, the other thing I'd say, Wayne, is your ideal client is going to, on the value slider exercise, one of the sliders is how dramatic is the result. And you're going to want people who are like a 7 through 10 of offering a dramatic result, because if it's just a subtle change, it's not going to benefit. But I know some coaches, Betty Cotton Birtles, when she does the inner work, people come in, something has been hounding them for their life, and within half an hour or a few hours of sessions, it's gone, and people can't believe it. And this is actually her trouble. So you might actually want to reach out to her about this. But this is her trouble: is people don't believe it. So if you have that, you might want to talk to Wayne. But
yeah, that was one of my thoughts, is like when I listen to a lot of coaches talk about the healing work that they do or the transformation work that they do, but I don't really either believe it, or I see a testimonial on their website that's just the generic testimonial, and it's like, oh, she was great, or oh, he was great, hire them. And that's not a proper transformational video. Yeah. You want to see the progress. You want to see where the person was at point A and where they ended up through video testimonials or live action, body transformations or whatever.
Yeah. So here's some of the things I'm seeing is so we've got confidentiality, right? Expensive for something I could do myself. Marlene saying transformation is unpredictable. It can come quickly or slowly, sometimes after the coaching program. Yeah, and I would just say that somebody who would give that answer is probably not an ideal client. Because there's just certain types of work, certain approaches where it is much more predictable. And the results come a lot more consistently. And their problem is just nobody believes me when I say I do these things. Right, thinking this person is the exception, not the rule. Just generally with testimonials that people have that feeling. Zsuzsa is saying, It's a highly personal process. I feel I would need to tweak it all the way to make it honest and true and be deeply personal. I would have to work it through either way. Yeah, it's where, and they could, it's not just confidentiality, but it's the exposure for the client, right? And how do you have it be where yeah, it is honest and it has the ups and downs and the, hey, this wasn't perfect, but it's still better than, you know, than nothing. Right, transformation is usually a private journey. You know, one of the things you could say, I could see as the part of the pitch is you say, look, we're going to do these interviews at this schedule. And at the end of it, what you're going to have is these professionally done before and after videos. There's a good chance a lot of them aren't going to want them public, and that's fine. But what they're going to have is something for themselves to remind them of the transformation they went through, which can be very powerful. Number two, something they can show their own friends or family privately, you know, because they may be very proud of it. They may want to share it like that. And, you know, and then they're in charge. And some of them will be really okay because they're going to understand if other people saw this, that it could help others. And you're going to have a few, you know, and you'll probably figure out some algorithm on that. It's just, but it's like, imagine you're going to get about a third of them. But it's like the other thing you have is just videos you can watch privately that just remind you you're not totally full of shit, and you help you deal with your own imposter syndrome in that. So I could see giving multiple benefits. It's like no matter, even if, and you can say, look, we can also, I only work with businesses where I think these testimonials are going to be really good and likely. So I filter for that. And we can also filter for the clients that we interview, that they're probably going to be the kind of people who would be most comfortable with this. And we could even be asking up front, would you be comfortable with this being used? And the ones who are comfortable, we can give a bit more time to really, you know, make those ones as good as possible, since, you know, they'll be so beneficial in that way. Those are some thoughts.
Yeah, those are great. And actually, you hit on it right when I was thinking it. They could be private videos that are shared with potential clients, like on an email list or in a private conversation or in a workshop setting.
Sure, right. Yeah, you could ask them, it could, and maybe it's not just black or white, maybe it's what settings would you be okay with these videos being shared in? And you can give them, right? It could be on the email list, but it's unlisted online, like public on YouTube, unlisted, but shared in emails, in workshops, live, in a members only site, you know, where you can't open up the link anywhere else, but you have to be a member to see the video, or shared one-on-one to inspire a client. Maybe the coach is working with someone. It's like, you know, I was working with a client just like you. This homework, I want you to watch this video transformation, this little documentary about this person. Could be that. So that'd be great. You could ask your client, what are all the contexts you might use it in? In fact, here's 10, you know, that we often see, but are there any others? Great. And then you ask the clients they opt in. And then you just know for each of these, here's the context where you can use it. And I mean, very powerful. It would be great.
So it's worth pursuing.
I think so. I mean, I think so. But this would be, first of all, I'd be really looking for industries, types of coaches, types of businesses where it is a dramatic transformation that would lend itself well to this. And then I would just try to find somebody who's very connected to that scene and see if they'd be willing to do a little survey for you. Like, hey, I was just talking with this person. He was thinking about working with people like us. You know, would you want to do this? Yes or no? And if not, why not? And then the other thing is, let's just say you find, I mean, yoga, since there was that example.
Yeah.
And let's say you find there's some of these like yoga therapy people who get miraculous results. Well, they have associations, they have networks. If you just pick one of them and you say, let me work with you and your clients, and I'll give you a hell of a discounted rate, but you'll talk me up later. You know, if they see that the cool person in their crowd has these videos, then it's like, oh man, I want those videos too. There could be that as an approach. And also then if they say, hey, I just got these videos down, I want to share them, and I want to endorse this person who was a dream to work with, that one email from that yoga teacher or yoga studio, you know, that could be your whole business for quite a while.
Great. Thank you, Ted.
You're welcome.